Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my business communication presentation. My name is Sheikh Noorjahan Jassy, registration number 2020731009. I'm a student of Business Administration Department of Shahjalan University of Science and Technology, Sylhet. Today I'm gonna talk about the main activities that make up the listening process. To know about the listening process, first we have to know what is listening. Listening is a process of receiving, interpreting, and reacting to a message from the speaker. In other sense, we can also say that listening is an active process by which we make sense of, assess, and respond to what we hear. The listening process consists of 5 main activities, which are receiving, understanding, remembering, evaluating, and responding. Receiving is what we said and not said. Understanding, seeing the speaker's message from the speaker's point of view. Remembering, we only remember and recall what we have filtered as important. Evaluating, resist evaluating until you fully understand the speaker's point of view. Last one is responding, supporting the speaker with head nods and saying, I see, I'm understanding, or I understand, something like this. Now I'm going to give an example of this listening process, which will make it more clear. Let's take text messages as an example. The first activity is receiving. We received the text from our friend saying that our seminar group will meet at 4 p.m. in the e-building on campus. Once you have received the message, you go to the second activity, which is understanding. You have to read the message to gain an understanding of what the message is saying. In that case, we are understanding that we have a seminar group meeting at 4 in the e-building. After you have understood what the message was said, you have to remember, which takes us to the third activity. Remembering the message is a very important activity because you want to know what was said so you can respond. Also, with our example, you need to remember so you can attend the meeting. After you remember, you go to the fourth activity, which is evaluating. You have to evaluate the message so you can figure out what you are going to say back. With our example, once we have read and remembered the message, we realize that the message says what time at the e-building but not which floor. Our fifth and last activity is responding. We can respond to the message and asking what floor the seminar group is meeting at. Our next topic is that how does content listening differs from critical listening and empathic listening. Content listening is where the listener's primary concern is to understand and retain the speaker's message. As an example, we can say in many day-to-day situations, in education and work, when you listen to the news, watch a documentary, when a friend tells you a recipe, or when you are talked through a technical problem with a computer, you use content listening to learn and gather something useful. Content listening, also known as comprehensive listening or informative listening or full listening. In content listening, the listener's primary concern is to understand and retain the speaker's message. In the other hand, critical listening consists analysis, critical thinking, and judgment. Critical listening is a form of listening that is usually not mentioned since it involves analysis, critical thinking, and judgment. Making judgment during listening is often considered as a barrier to understanding a person. In critical listening, we listen to evaluate or synchronize what is being said. It is a much more active behavior than the content listening and usually involves some sort of problem solving or decision making. And the last one is empathic listening. Empathic listening is a structured listening and questioning technique that allows you to develop and enhance relationships with a stronger understanding of what is being conveyed both intellectually and emotionally. As such, it takes active listening techniques to a new level. In empathic listening, we listen to understand the feelings and emotions of the speaker. It is a way of deeply connecting with other person. Not same as sympathy, it involves more than being compassionate for somebody. Thank you for watching.